edition on this Monday, April 24th, 2017, commemorating 72 years to the Holocaust, a day that is marked very solemnly all throughout the country in Israel. And horror maybe is the word that describes the Holocaust best, or what went on in many of the Nazi camps during the Holocaust. Theresienstadt was a holding camp just less than an hour's drive north of Prague, known best for its use to disguise the final solution from the Red Cross. But the truth of what went on when propaganda cameras weren't rolling is being taught by tour guide Pavel, who gave up his job as a celebrity bodyguard to tell the lost stories of the people who perished. Let's take a look at the following report by Theresienstadt.
Hundreds of smiling faces posing for the cameras. This eerie Nazi propaganda film masking the horrors unfolding inside Theresienstadt, a Jewish ghetto and a living hell just outside of Prague.
Now they dragged 20 Jews out, gave them order to lie down on their back, and all these Nazis started to jump on their chest as crazy.
For 13 years, Pavel has been guiding tours through these grounds, describing horror stories from the prison cell known as the Small Fort.
Nazis kept squeezing, they kept pushing inside, sometimes even 100 Jews. So they squeezed them in, nobody could move. Within a few minutes, they were running out of air. They'll be fighting every minute for survival. Nobody can move. People, see, they're using toilets among each other, sleeping while standing.
Locked inside for 10 days, the Czech prisoners forced to clean the cells found everyone dead inside when they opened the door. All but one.
The Jew was alive in the dark room in a state of shock. Alive because he was eating dead bodies. That person had to be dragged to the small courtyard in the punishment section and beaten to death with shovels.
Deception, a key theme in this camp. Upper-class German Jews were tricked by the Nazis into buying luxury accommodation in what they were told would be a spa resort. Another cruel joke by Holocaust architect Adolf Eichmann.
He knew very well where's the tension between upper class of German Jews and Czech Jews. Czech Jews were nobody, they were trash. They were yelling at people. Don't stare at me, take my suitcase, take me to my apartment. I bought a house over here, I'm tired of waiting over here. Why are everybody staring at us? You bämische Schweinereien, you dirty Czech pigs.
But these Czech Jews were not their servants, and to a luxury spa, they had not come.
The place they were accommodated would be dark spaces inside the walls. But they were dying at such a level that eventually children were describing me survivors. They were playing hide and seek among dead bodies.
Terezin was merely a transit point. Pavel now dedicates his life to keep his story alive, to show the will of mankind amidst an incomprehensible backdrop.
Joining me in studio, Pavel, the same tour guide that we just saw. Hello to you. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
I'm going to ask a controversial question. Are you Jewish?
I'm Jewish. I'm a Mishling. Nazis would call me Mishling. Father was Jewish, mother not Jewish.
Okay.
So I would end up in Theresienstadt.
You would end up
14. At the age of 14, I would have to go there without my parents.
Regardless of what. Because what makes somebody give up a job, a lucrative job, one can say, as a bodyguard, and become actually somebody who commemorates the Holocaust?
Well, it's a chain of events actually happened in my life. Eventually, I was switching, and eventually I left the bodyguarding life behind me, all these martial arts and teaching, and I started to do writing and I started to teach Holocaust. It simply changed my life.
How did it change your life?
Well, when you meet survivors, because that's what we do. We have a team and we're traveling and interviewing survivors. Like today, like 1 hour ago, we talked to Yehuda Bakon.
Yehuda Bakon, who is
Yehuda Bakon. That's an incredible person who can talk about Freddy Hirsch, about Přemysl Pitr, and about people which did incredible stuff.
Who is Freddy Hirsch? Tell me.
Freddy Hirsch, he's my personal hero. Well, because he was able to achieve something which seems to be impossible in the worst possible conditions. There's a place, mankind, the worst place on earth mankind ever created. It's called Birkenau Auschwitz. In that place, he was able to keep alive 500 children, 6 months. See, from day-to-day basis.
Right.
And the way he did that, it's so moving and so powerful. Well, for example, preparing entertainment with the children for Nazis. So Nazis, they felt pleased when Jewish kids were singing German songs, playing theater in front of Nazi officers. All of a sudden they were moved and they were saying, okay, tomorrow you're going to get another package. And like this. And then, of course, he kept them alive because they kept exercising. See, he knew very well you have to be tough. See, whatever happens, you have to be clean, tough, and clean just because you're gonna look better. It means Nazis will not notice you, and they will feel they will need you more. Simply, there's hundreds of details about Freddy.
Now about you, how many tours do still arrive in Theresienstadt? I mean, you run tours in Theresienstadt?
Yes.
Yeah. How many people who are not Israeli or Jews arrive, you say, for these tours?
I would say 80%.
80% are not Israelis or Jews?
Exactly, absolutely, 80%. And 20, because, see, Jews, they know the story. They know the story, see, so they visited camps because they feel, they have to honor these, these stories, these heroes. But they know that story since they were little. See, now imagine Eastern Bloc. I was raised, I never heard the word Jew. See, Eastern Bloc countries, they never knew about the Holocaust. So for them, it's still new. And now new generations, they're trying to discover that story.
Pavel, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Continue, please, educating people all throughout Europe. When we get back, we're going to go straight back to Europe and something timely, the French election results.